go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, talking entertainment, talking entertainment. Look, we are not the same as you, not the same. Look, we don't need a thing, just you need a thing. Just making sure the gang come through.
What is going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? It is Real Time with Prince Blue. I am Real Time, of course, and I want to thank everybody for joining me on this lovely 4th of July holiday. I hope everybody's going to have a great holiday so far. You're going to get out there. You're going to do things. You're going to be patriotic. You're going to cook out. You're going to eat. You're going to do all that good stuff. And most importantly, you're going to be safe. So thank y'all for joining me. And I just want to say that this episode is going to be a fun episode. It's probably going to run a little bit over. I had some things that I needed to get off my chest. And this episode is based on giving people their flowers because, like Kanye said, we got to give people their flowers while they're still able to smell them, right? Good or bad. Like if the flowers stink and you stink as a person, I want you to smell stinky flowers. So that's what this episode is about, because I feel like we focus too much on people's mistakes and never focus on the good things that they do or they bring. But some people deserve for you to hound on their mistakes. And from this episode, you're going to see me get into it from everybody from, if you're locally Philly or if you're national and you can't stand Howard Eskin, I got something for his ass. LeBron James, Meg the Stallion, the Hawk to a girl. We're gonna talk about it all. Black jobs, we're gonna talk about everything. Not this whole episode isn't going to be about bashing everybody that I named, but some things I'm going to talk about, and I'm just going to give my real time spin on it. Y'all know me. I can't do anything but be me. I can't do anything but be real and be genuine. That's all I know how to do. Do I fuck up sometimes? Absolutely. But unlike some of the people that I'm going to name, they don't hold themselves accountable and expect for, and they want to speak up to hold other people's accountable when they don't even hold themselves accountable. So I don't want to spend too much time on the intro. I'm going to do this commercial real quick, and then we're going to be back, and then we're going to get into it. So let's hear this commercial. Our first commercial.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
Shout out to AJ's Rant Room. Yes, the summer is here. It's in full effect, and he got something for everybody over there. So make sure you check out AJ's Rant Room. Now, first segment, you know what it is. We're gonna get into. We're gonna talk about our sports. And locally in Philadelphia, y'all know that we have the self-proclaimed king. His name is Howard Eskin, and Howard Eskin has been fucking up in Philadelphia for decades. The self-proclaimed king recently went viral for being a pig and a pervert. So it's Thursday, pretty much. It's the day in and why. Because for those who know about Howard Eskin, we already knew this. It's just when you're able to get validation for what you've been trying to tell people from day one, it feels so good. Let's listen to it.
Longtime Philadelphia sports radio host Howard Eskin has been suspended from Citizens Bank Park for the rest of the Phillies season. Eskin, a host on 94 WIP Sports Radio. Odyssey is the parent company of the station, and today they sent NBC 10 a statement saying, "We learned of an unwelcome kiss by Howard Eskin towards an Aramark employee at Citizens Bank Park. We take these matters very seriously, and we immediately investigated and took action to address the matter." Sources familiar with the investigation say the incident happened in May. Odyssey investigated the matter along with Aramark and the Phillies. A source telling NBC 10 it was Odyssey's decision to suspend Eskin from the ballpark. The Phillies sending NBC 10 this statement saying, "The Phillies take these allegations very seriously. We cooperated with our partners at Odyssey and Aramark on their investigation, and we support Odyssey's decision to suspend Howard Eskin from Citizens Bank Park." Aramark also sent this statement to NBC 10 saying, in part, "The safety of our employees is paramount, and when we learned that an Aramark employee had been subjected to an unwanted advance by an Odyssey employee, we immediately began an investigation which corroborated the allegations."
3 pints of the fresh strawberries.
Eskin has been a fixture in the Philadelphia sports world since the 1980s, broadcasting on both radio and TV, including at WCAU. He's been with WIP since 1986. The 73-year-old from Philadelphia now finding himself in the news instead of reporting on it.
Well, so let's get into it. Chickens coming home to roost. Howard Eskin, you have been a boil on the ass of Philadelphia since the 80s. And your behavior because you had this weird cult-like following, continue to be enabled. And you know what the funny thing about this is? That whole statement by Odyssey was a contradiction when they said we take these matters seriously. You took those matters seriously, and then in the very next sentence, Howard will still be allowed to be on air. He will still be allowed to be with the Philadelphia Eagles. He will still be allowed to be on WIP's airways. He will still be allowed to, guess what? I don't know, be around other women. So this is what I'm talking about. When y'all fake care and y'all fake talk about women's rights and women's issues and being sensitive to women, I no longer listen to what you say. I watch how you move. Imagine that woman who had Howard's funky, dirty, weird, funky, lispous ass lips planted on her without her consent. She has to now walk around knowing that no matter what you say, no matter how much you felt violated, at the end of the day, it does not matter because it's all about business. And if you make enough money, or if you draw enough viewers, or if you get enough attention, you will keep your job. I just don't understand how somebody like Howard Eskin, since the 80s, has made his career off the back of disrespecting black athletes. Disrespecting them to filth, even lying on athletes, being sued, having to apologize. His employer, WIP, having to apologize. You know what I'm talking about. He lied on Allen Iverson. He found out quickly Allen Iverson was not to be fucked with. Him and his attorney sued Howard Eskin. He had to admit that he lied. And his employer had to admit that he lied. The employer that he still is employed by. So what are we doing? You want to talk about black jobs? Shit, give me a white job. Howard Eskin has a white job because he can lie, he can be disrespectful, he can be predatory, he can be a creep to women and keep his job. Man, like, what's the 401k like? Like, what else, what more does he need to do? Like, I am so sick and tired of people in the media like this who want to hold athletes accountable, but when they get caught up in some shit, they get protected and there's no accountability from them. And the funny thing about Howard Eskin is his ugly ass lot lizard affair son, Spike Eskin, just tried to pat himself on the back by saying that we need to hold Bryce Harper accountable because he, quote unquote, didn't hustle to first base. No, you need to hold your father accountable for being a disgusting human being, for being a piece of shit, for being vile, for being gross. We should have knew that it was something wrong with that motherfucker when he wore a fur coat on the side of a football game and he wasn't black. I don't know if you catch that, but we the ones that's supposed to wear the fur coats. We the ones that's supposed to be wearing the alpaca chinchilla. Not him. This motherfucker was wearing a fur coat on the side of a football game. And you know what? I'm just going to maybe this is just me being a super fan. I'm hoping that the Eagles are doing their due diligence and they're just trying to make sure, because I understand they're $1 billion corporation and they want to make sure they have all their ducks in a row before they respond. Because as far as I'm concerned, Jeffrey Lurie, you have been at the forefront of making sure that there's diversity within the organization, women in prominent positions, women in great spots in that organization, and you about to have this motherfucker around them, knowing what he just got in trouble for doing. He's already banned from Wells Fargo, so he can't cover the Sixers. He's banned from the Phillies. He can't cover the Phillies, which if you ask everybody, he never fucking covers them anyway. He just talks shit about him. He leaves like halftime or he leaves during the third inning and then just try to stir shit up. So this man has credentials. He doesn't even do his fucking job. Thankfully, you eliminated 2 predatory playgrounds for him. And let this be a lesson to the rest of Philadelphia. For the people that still are defending Howard Eskin, I had a guy who was trying to say that this stuff happens all the time and it's not that big with it. Like, how to tell me you're a predator without telling me you're a predator or a creep? How are you fixing yourself to do the mental gymnastics to explain why somebody not wanting to be kissed, getting kissed anyway is okay? Y'all are some foul creeps, and I promise you, every time I see that y'all do something like that, I'm just gonna respond with the wood chipper gift, because that's what y'all need. We need to put you people that prey on people in a wood chipper. That's all. That's all we need to do. We can't fix you. You can't rehabilitate somebody who's just awful. This is not the movies where at the end you finally see the error of your ways. This man is in his 70s, I think. Hell, might be his 80s. Howard Eskin has not known better since the 80s, and he keeps getting enabled. You don't think he's in power? The Phillies and the Sixers is not his bread and butter. The Eagles are. So that's how I'll know how really serious it is if the Eagles respond accordingly. You shouldn't advocate for people losing their job. Man, fuck you and fuck that job. If you wanted your job so bad, you wouldn't be a creep to women. You'll know how to behave yourself around women. And to Spike Eskin, you ugly, meth-addicted mutant, I know you see my tweets. I know you see me talking to you. I know you got me on mute, Spike, because you scared. You don't want to let people know that you got me blocked. But I know you see what I'm saying to you, Spike. You ugly piece of shit. You couldn't make it in New York. You came back to Philadelphia, and now you taunting us. You know what? You are the advocate for birth control. We all have to pay. The people of Philadelphia have to pay because Howard Eskin probably once again was being a creep, and now you're the spawn of that creepiness. Imagine if your father was a creep. Like, the therapy bills alone would be phenomenal. The Eskins need to go. We don't need Eskins. It's meth, cancer, Eskins. That's an elite category of shit that we need to get rid of. Cancer, Eskins, meth. Get rid of it. So Philadelphia, I need you to not let this shit die down. Every time Howard Eskin tweets something, every time Spike Eskin tweets something, I need you to bring it right back. And yes, I'm using my platform to say this. The victim involved in all of this, she needs justice. She needs to know that people have her back. If y'all care so much about women, which y'all be advocating on social media, y'all be white knighting it, hold his feet to the damn fire. And I will be watching. Because y'all know y'all gonna forget in 2 days, or y'all gonna forget as soon as the football go in the air. But I don't forget. I ain't got shit to do. I'm retired. I ain't got no black job. So I ain't got nothing but time to be petty. And we'll be back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. You know, I got a little razzle dazzle. But shit like that just bothers the hell out of me. And when we finally realize that stuff like that shouldn't just keep going on, we're gonna be able to handle these things accordingly. So I just want people to just make sense. Just make sense. Know what the hell you're doing. And go accordingly. It's just weird to me. But anyway, so our second topic we're going to talk about is your boy LeBron James. And, LeBron James has been in the media for... What the hell is that? What happened? See, y'all see what happened right there? I don't know what that was, but LeBron James just started playing. See, and that's the one thing about LeBron James. He think he entitled. Like, come on, man, it ain't your turn yet. Hold up. But we're going to talk about LeBron James. LeBron James just made the news because his son was just drafted by the Lakers. And there was a whole bunch of issues with that and everything about why Bronny was drafted and if he should have been drafted. But you know what the funny thing about that is? LeBron James is arguably he's somebody else's GOAT. He ain't my GOAT, but he's somebody else's GOAT. And he's the greatest of all times to other people. He does great things according to a lot of people. He's a great humanitarian. He got to school and all that. And since this show's about giving people their flowers and all that other good stuff, I got to put my own stank on it. I ain't going to never forget. Play the clip.
So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago. Read and a lot of notes over the years. It's my first time actually reading this from start to finish. Very smart man. Very, very, very smart man. Basically, his words in the 60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. It's unbelievable to kind of read something that's coming directly from him. Wish I had the opportunity to meet him. It's a pretty interesting book so far.
Y'all ever been in class and the teacher call on you and you haven't been paying attention and you try to talk your way through it and try to figure out like, okay, somebody help me here. I know you was going to call on me. I thought if I sat in the back, you wouldn't ask me a question about the book that we was assigned to read. Oh my God, LeBron James. This is the thing. For all LeBron James' greatness, he has this innate elite ability to fuck his own self up. Like what would drive you to say the media is about to come in? Let me grab a Malcolm X book, turn to the first page, act like I'm reading, get asked about it, and know absolutely nothing about the man. No, I'm sorry. He said he was very smart. That's the understatement of the year. Of forever. Malcolm X was far more than smart. He was brilliant. He was a genius. But Malcolm X said he was that was AI without AI. That was ChatGPT. Tell me about Malcolm X. He was very smart. He was the same stuff that's going on then is going on now. Cliff Notes. Somebody just asked you about one of, if not the most prominent, influential Black Americans of all time, and you couldn't have bullet points, like good ones. But you get mad when people say, I don't want to teach Black history. I don't want to teach DEI in the schools. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You had the prime opportunity to be like, this is why We need this in school. This is why we need this. We need to learn about these individuals. And you flamed out. And listen, I'm one of those people that would tell you athletes don't have to be social. They don't have to be activists. They don't have to be on social issues or anything like that. Because if they're not well versed in it, I'd rather them not say anything than just go along with what corporations tell you to say or just be making up shit. LeBron, come on, brother. Like, come on. Like, bruh. And I know that's an old clip, but I just thought it was appealing because number one, he just got his son drafted to the Lakers. He just got his own head coach again that he allegedly had nothing to do with. Again, not my GOAT. Stop volunteering lies. Stop volunteering your own ineptness. If you don't know, say you don't know. Like he should have stopped at that. I haven't read too much into the book yet. So I can only tell you this. At least sound like you read a little bit and then you're gonna read more and then you're gonna be done. So I LeBron, dude, like shut up and dribble. That's all I got to say. We'll be back after this next commercial.
At AJ'sRantRoom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. So head on over to AJ'sRantRoom.com and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
And yes, make sure you check out AJ's Rant Room. Shout out to somebody in the comment section who said they've already ordered merch. So the commercials are working. Yes, make sure y'all check out AJ's Rant Room. Support my brother. He does great work. He goes over that shit with a fine-tooth comb. So make sure you check it out. And please shout him out whenever you buy some merchandise. Okay, segment number 2. If AJ is in the chat, so he would say talking entertainment. That's what we talking. We about to talk entertainment. And Meg Thee Stallion was on Club Shay Shay this week, and he apologized for a comment he made a while back about stretching her out. This was being applauded on social media. I want to talk about that, and I also want to talk about how I can no longer deny why people like Meg Thee Stallion so much. So check it out.
Meg, before we go any further, I want to apologize to you personally. And I didn't, I always wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you. I didn't know if that was going to be possible. But I was always hoping that I got an opportunity to bump into you because I made a comment, I think it was like September, October, and I told a joke. And I said it in jest, but I believe the joke would have been just as funny had I left you out of it. So for any unwanted attention, harm, shame, embarrassment that I caused you or your family, I want to say, as a man, as I sit here before you, I apologize.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. No, anytime someone comes on the show, we have to toast because you have an amazing, you've been amazing, and you have an amazing career going forward. So this is my personal cognac, Shea by LaPortier.
Okay, so Shea by LaPortier?
That's what it's called, Shea by LaPortier. Let me know what
okay, because I'm the cognac queen.
Okay, cognac.
I don't know if you knew that.
Okay, you nose it. This is what they call. It's called nosing.
You saw me.
Okay.
I had to, hold on.
Just.
Okay. I was waiting on it to really sting me.
It's smooth, ain't it?
It's smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting on it to tear me up.
No. We don't do that.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
That.
Well, you know what? We're gonna send you away with a bottle with your very own.
Thank you.
All right. Shout out to Shannon Sharp and Meg Thee Stallion. That was a great episode. Make sure y'all go check it out. But yes, Shannon Sharp was talking about, somebody had asked him or something about who he would stretch out or whatever that, and he used Meg as an example. And for those who don't know, Meg Thee Stallion is, well, no, To stretch somebody out, y'all know what that means. I don't have the horizontal polka, missionary, like whatever it is, stretching out, whatever it is, sex, whatever you want to call it. And he used Meg as an example. And he's been saying for a long time, if he ever gets in front of her, he's going to apologize to her about that comment, because, you know, people was at her like, yo, Unc want to stretch you out, blah, blah, blah. And Meg, I'm pretty sure she was getting it. And I don't know if she was looking at it in jest or whatever, but she's on there. So obviously, I'm just going to assume it wasn't that big of a deal. She understands she's Meg Thee Stallion. She's beautiful, and people are going to use her as an example, as their crush or whatever that is. I look at it as, if he felt like that's what he had to do, then that's fine. It's nothing wrong with you apologizing if you feel like you got you went too far, or you felt like you know, when you say something and it feels like it may not be good or a good look, and you want to correct that, and that's fine. I have no issue with what Shannon did. And I love the fact that Meg, you know, she was like, oh, you know, thank you. And, you know, they moved on about it. But I will say this, Shannon Sharp. No, I will say this, Megan. I was not familiar with your game, and I apologize. Because for those who have been watching the Shannon Sharp show for Club Shay Shay for as long as they have you ever seen that big motherfucker giggling as much as he did during this episode? The answer is no. Meg, you had Uncle Shannon Sharp giggling like a 6-year-old. You would have thought Megan was Wanda Sykes in her prime telling excellent jokes. Shannon, you show, what will you say? What the kids say now? Aura. Your aura was broken down by Meg Thee Stallion. And I get it. She's sitting in front of you, got the melons out, looks good, probably smell like cocoa butter and probably smell like cocoa butter and grilled cheese sandwiches. And you was like, and for those who say, you know, Shannon Snow Bunny, we found his kryptonite. It was Meg Thee Stallion. I never seen Shannon Sharp giggling like that. And he had Cat Williams on his show. And I know Cat is a man, but Cat is funny as shit. And you know those commercials was commercials. Those questions were super light. Meg wore that "Don't ask me anything that I gotta walk off the set" outfit. Women know what they do. My wife does it. If she wants me to do something, she has certain things that she wears. Or if I'm too busy and I'm doing something crazy and she about to go out the house and it's something, I'm like, whoa, where you going? Meg had that on. She had that shit on, y'all. She had that shit on, and Shannon Sharp was like, my cognac. I get it. Whatever happened between Meg and Tori, whatever, we'll never get to the bottom of that. Whatever he was found guilty, he doing this time. I don't care about. I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about far as Meg. I can see why Meg is the only. She's one of the few entertainers that was able to come in and rival the Barbies. I'm not gonna say the Beehive. I don't want that smoke. But Meg, I can see why people ride for Meg. She seems genuine. She seems like she's really about her bag, about her business, and she stays in her lane. I get it. I got it. Meg, I was unfamiliar with your game. You made Shannon giggle like an 8-year-old, big-ass black man. He couldn't contain himself. First of all, his eye control. How do you laugh and lisp? Y'all know Shannon Sharp got a lisp. How the fuck do you laugh in a lisp? It's impossible to laugh in a lisp. I done spit all over myself. But Shannon Sharp did it. He didn't spit on Meg. So Meg, you probably need to sell some candles and the scent need to be grilled cheese and almond butter or something. So, yeah, Shannon was 16 all over again. Yes, shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, shout out to Club Shay Shay. But getting back to the apology, if he wanted to apologize, that's fine. And I'm glad that nobody gave him a hard time about it, call him a simp or anything like that. That's how real men handle shit. There's situations when you don't sip, and then there's situations when you be a man and you apologize and you own up to something. And that's what Shannon Sharp did, and I respect that. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
All right, now we're back. And this segment, we're going to talk culture. And this segment is, do all flowers matter? Do all flowers matter? Since this episode is about giving people their flowers, I just gave Shannon Sharp and Meg their flowers. They were good flowers. I gave Howard Eskin the stinkiest fucking flowers filled with honeybees. I gave him his flowers, and I gave LeBron James one bad flower, one good flower. And now I want to ask, I wonder if our community, as the Black community, do we want flowers at all? Does the flower have to be a particular flower? And I say that because last week, Donald Trump during the debate made a black jobs comment. And depending what side of the aisle you're on, you either were offended or you laughed. Well, across social media, we all did what we did best, and that was not take anything seriously. So I saw a list. Somebody actually made a list in their Apple Notes of black jobs. And I couldn't get that video because it was something wrong with it. But I did find this list of black jobs, and I want to know if any of you agree with these black jobs. Let's see. The first black job we got is Popeye's worker. Popeye's worker, anybody? Listen, all the Popeyes I've been in, they've been seasoned. That's just me. So we gonna say that's a black job. Shade tree mechanics. We all know when we sit somewhere, we like, man, my car is fucked up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and take it over to Meineke, and they was talking about charging me like $300. $300. Listen, take it to your cousin T-Bone. Just give him Newports and a $50 bill, and he'll do all that for $22. That's a really fucking weird ass number. I don't want T-Bone on my car. So, black people out there, get the maintenance package on your cars. I know it costs a little bit up front, but I promise you, you will do well in the end. Don't let T-Bone touch your car. Don't go to any shade tree mechanics. So that's a black job. The sassy customer service worker. Now, this one I'm a little iffy on because you can have a rude black customer service rep and you can have a rude white customer service rep. So rudeness is not predicated on race. So I don't agree with that black job part because we've all had an issue. You know, when you have an issue with that, I'm gonna tell you why you have an issue with that white customer service worker. When they act like whatever they're doing is coming out of their paycheck. Like when you bring something, you're like, hey, this coupon, blah, 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 it's expired. Ma'am, it says 5% off. You could just do the 5% off. No. Per the policy 36-8765. The only difference is black people be like, nah, baby, get somebody else to do it. So that's not a black job. The guy, now this one is a black job. The black guy who dies first in a horror movie. Are you gonna tell me that's not a black job? For the longest, that was a running joke that if you get a script and you're the black guy in the horror scene, you're going to die first. You're gone. And they always gave you the most ethnic looking clothes. Like the white people who's watching a horror movie, they had to know you were black. So you either wore like a flannel, like a gang flannel with checkers or some shit like that. Like the only black person that has survived a horror movie for a long time, it was Kelly Rowland. I wish I would have had that clip. It was Kelly Rowland and Jason versus Freddy, and Freddy versus Jason. When she tried to give damn, I wish I had that clip now. She tried to run interference for her white friends while Freddy was approaching her. And then she started talking shit to Freddy. She was like, "Oh, Freddy, oh, what you got? You got butter knives on your hands? You know, Freddy, what kind of a faggot wears a Christmas sweater?" And then Freddy started backing up because Jason was behind her. And Jason hit her with the machete against the damn tree and she died. She lasts maybe 50 minutes into the movie. So that, I guess she's in a black, but that is a black job. Black people die first in horror movies. And then we got the lady who sells plates. Yes, that's a black job because I don't know no white person that sells casseroles. I ain't never heard of come get your casseroles for $10 at the church. That's a black job. We sell plates, y'all. And them plates be fucking folding in the middle. They be folding in the damn middle. They do. They be folding in the middle. So that's the job. Head usher. That's a black job. Because y'all love to be like, I am the head usher. You stand here, you stand there. That's a black job. Then they got postal worker, which I didn't know. The USPS is the largest employer of black people in the U.S. I did not know that. I didn't know that. We got barbers. Now, there are white barbers. But now what I'm starting to see white people come to black barbers more often. Like y'all going in looking like Sam and y'all coming out looking like Sam with a 400 credit score. But you could get some black punani now. So these black barbers are magicians because they working on some of y'all. And then we got the watermelon man. I think they just threw that in there to just be extra racist. And I say all that to say this. A black job is anywhere you're employed and you're black. Because when that employer, when they do their statistics, they're going to ask, how many black people do you have employed? That is a black job. That is a job that is occupied by a black man. I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't give a shit that much. And I don't care. You can call me all the Coons, the Clarence Thomas. By the way, Clarence Thomas is not a slur. That's a shirt at AJ's Rant Room. I wore that. Stop calling me successful people. No, don't stop calling me successful people. Please. Oh, you'll sell out. You like Ben Carson. Thank you. I would love to be like Ben Carson. So thank you. And we'll be back after this next message. All right, everybody. It's time for that segment. Tell them what time it is, Nene.
I said what I said.
All right, everybody. It's time for I Said What I Said, where when I play a video, I give y'all my 2 cents on it, and I'm not budging. I said what I said. You can't waterboard me. Batman can't beat it out of me in an interrogation room. He can't make me change my mind. So, well, unless you've been under a rock or not getting any hot tour, then you missed a viral video of a woman telling other women what men require in bed. And she got a lot of hate from other women while men were celebrating her. Take a listen.
You know how to answer this. You got it. What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Now, oh, you gotta put that hot to it, spit on that thing. You get me? Listen, why was women so upset about this? I saw some of the comments from, I don't get it. She ain't funny. She ain't even that cute. What's so funny about it? Blah, blah, blah. People, it's simple. It's simple humor. It's simple math. You got a drunk white country girl talking about that hot tool, spitting on that thing with the accent and all that stuff. And we just found it funny. That's it. That's it. That's all it took. And she has said what keeps a man happy. We all know the 3 H's. A man should leave the home 3 ways. Not happy, not horny. And I forgot the third one, but it doesn't even fucking matter. Because those are the only 2. Y'all got this weird thing about, I don't do that stuff. Y'all put that hot tool, spit on that thing. What's wrong with it? Like, why y'all so upset? Maybe if some of y'all women did the hot tour and spit on that thing, y'all would keep a man. Or at least make him think twice before he cheat. Because he'll lose that. Because I'm going to let y'all in. Men, don't take my card. Don't take my man card. But I'm about to share something with the ladies. Ladies, listen. When a man is about to do anything that is going to jeopardize his relationship, he's going to think about all the things that he may be losing. It's true. I know that y'all think that men are selfish and they don't never think about how things can impact other people and them or themselves. We do. So I'm telling you, if a man about to be like, yeah, man, my woman on hot tool, spit on that thing. She don't do none of that. You know what I mean? Then another girl offer that hot tool, spit on that thing. They start doing the math. They're like, I don't get it. So, I don't know what that looked like. She said she got, she said her tooth falling out. So that's why she can't do it. But wait a minute. How can a grown woman be still having baby teeth? Did she just lie to me? Yes, she lied to you. And do that hot tool, spit on that thing. Like, I don't understand. It's like whenever men find something funny, it's like whenever men are at peace or are happy about something, you got to come in and ruin it. I just think it was the fact that she got a lot of attention. And y'all didn't like that. And y'all in turn went at men. Y'all made all these think pieces about men are simple. Men got weird sense of humor, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, I could watch 2 304s in front of a Popeyes talk about my coochie hole, my brown steak, my booty lick, my pussy ate, and y'all clapping. Oh, baby, I love you. Y'all can clap on that. Yeah, that's my girl, Sexy Red. Let them know. Yeah, Sexy Red. Yeah, let them. Yeah, that wop. Yeah, that wop. Yeah, that wop. Oh, that wet ass pussy. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. But a girl that says hot tool, spit on that thing, y'all mad at her. Y'all want to make 800 think pieces. The math ain't math to y'all. Y'all gotta chill out. It's too much serious shit in the world for us to not just not laugh. It's a simple laugh. Hot tour saved June. It saved June. And it might save July. But y'all know what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make her famous and all that stuff. People selling merch with her face on and stuff like that. She done got a lawyer. And her lawyer about to do cease and desist and all that stuff. Listen, men are simple. All we want is loyalty and hot to spit on that thing. That's it. That's it. Now, if you want to cook, you want to work, you want to do all that extra stuff, congratulations. Thank you. You are the upper elite echelon. We appreciate you. We salute you. But y'all need to stop. Y'all in a room with other women and other men popping balloons and saying you don't like them because their watch band don't match their pants. In a world full of that shit, the hot tour girl is normal. So, shout that shit out. And we'll be back after this next message. I'm just gonna let y'all know what's coming up.
Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Dan, by the way.
Hey, y'all. It's time for my segment. If y'all know me, y'all know when y'all say something foul around me, I'm going to catch y'all slipping. I'm going to be like, hey, yo, pause. So that became a segment for me. I really enjoy this segment. This one is about, should we give flowers to this AO pause? I don't know. I need y'all to really pay attention to this one. Please pay attention to this one.
I feel that I personally love embracing.
Puppy play is extremely important in my relationship. That's where a lot of like my love languages lie. It's very important to get a lot of praise, a lot of, good job, you're doing great, good girls. What I like about being a dog is the bond between like that one special person, like your owner, and yeah, like the day-to-day like mannerisms of a dog that they have, I like to be very carefree. I like not having, a choice because it makes life so much easier. This is probably where I feel the safest at home. It's kind of like my den. It's like my area that I can retire to and know that I'm safe and, no one can get.
If I wasn't doing this show right now, I'll go hug my daughter. I would go. Men, fathers, hug your daughter. Tell her you love her every night. Tell her you love her every day. Make sure you tell her that she is the sun. She is the moon. She is the stars. She is it starts with her. Life starts with her. Please do that. If it can even give your daughters a 1% chance to not do puppy play or be on the pole or do it or be on her back on screen or start an OF, you owe that much to your daughters to give them that 1% more chance. I tell you what the fuck y'all just watch. And for the people that's listening to the audio, y'all need to go to the YouTube and watch the video of the puppy play. She literally gets led around like a dog in a leash all day. She sleeps in a pen pad all day. She was digging in the dirt on her fours. Now, listen, y'all know me. I don't kink shame, but that's not doggy style. That's not what they meant. That's not what they meant when, you know what? Just go back to missionary and eye contact. Let's start there. Because y'all done taking this shit to a new level. My man was on his phone and she came in there on all fours wanting to go be walked. Bitch, stand up and open the door and go for a walk. He literally put a leash around her neck and started leading her outside for a walk. That's not a black job. That's a white job. I said what I said. That's a white job. This reminds me of when I was when I was still as a police officer and I arrested this prostitute, and she was going off about how her life was rough and stuff like that, and how now she makes $1,200 to step on men's balls in high heels. Like, y'all got some issues out there. Y'all got some issues out there. Like, what the hey, yo, pause. Like, you grew up to be a dog. Like, hey, yo, pause. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And then she recorded it and said, edited it, and her man said, yeah, that's it. Now hit send. Yeah. Well, I guess it worked because I'm talking about it. So, Karen the Chihuahua, you are Ayo Pause of the week. And we'll be back after this next message. God, dog.
AJ'sRantRoom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. So head on over to AJ'sRantRoom.com and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
All right. I added a bonus segment. I came wind of a video late this morning and I had to add it. I wanted to talk about it. And I wanted to just pretty much tell you, I'm not going to get all super in depth completely about it. I just want to let y'all know that it's certain things that when we go certain places, we want what it is that it's for. Like when you go to the gym, you want to work out. You want equipment there. You want gym equipment there. You want it to be a gym atmosphere. When you go out to eat to a restaurant, you want food there. You want to be able to eat. When you go to church, you want the word. You want the Bible. You want scripture. You want to learn about the teachings of God. You want to learn how you can become closer with God. And I will say this, in this video, it showed me two things. One, I see why women in the pulpit is frowned upon. And two, why using the church as a platform to get personal is unacceptable. Listen.
Oh, we're running. How many of you know that even on today, that Donald Trump, hallelujah, he got 34 counts, and he's a felon. How many of you know that, hallelujah, that a felon really can't even supposed to be running for a president? Is that right? He really is considered a 3-time loser. Hallelujah, Jesus. But in the state of New York, we showed him, hallelujah, God, hallelujah, that nobody gets away. So we're running. The prayers of the righteous avail much. The prayers of the righteous avail much. Y'all better act like y'all know. Hallelujah.
Okay. Listen. When I go to church, I want to hear the scripture. I want to hear the word. I want to hear how I can get closer to God. I don't want to hear somebody doing personal attacks on another human being. I just don't want to hear that. I don't care who it is. If I was at my church and they was talking about Joe Biden in a personal way, I will roll my eyes because I don't want to hear that. That's not what I'm here for. When I'm in the church, I don't want to hear about politics. I want to hear about the word of God, my spirit, and how I can get right with God, and how I can get closer to God. That's what I want to hear. And she got personal. She called him a loser. She talking about, did you know that you couldn't even run for president? Obviously, you don't know, because that's false. And this is the problem. The black church used to be a beacon of light. It used to be where you would go and you would learn. I get it. When you used to have to go to the church and you would have to, it was a microcosm of the world around you, and you would get the word. But it wouldn't reach that level of being personal. You're supposed to pray that, correct. You're supposed to pray that God will touch your leaders to bring a message of healing, and to bring a message to bring you forth and to help you out in your day to day. Not losers, not felons, not all that other stuff. We have lost our way in the church. We do trap music in the church. We pour condiments of syrup and mustard on the Bible. And let me tell you this. I named this segment Stones and Glass Churches because, ma'am, I recently also, you said, but you can't get away, you're not getting away. Man, I just saw a video where a pastor introduced his husband, his first husband. I also saw a video where Bishop T.D. Jakes is admitting that he was around sodomites and everybody else, and he's getting praise. Y'all praise Reverend James Cleveland. Y'all praise all these pastors that are sleeping around, stealing, embezzling, lying, doing everything but the word of God. But you're clapping for them. But you got all this vigor for a Joe Biden or a Donald Trump or anybody else that you don't like. Start in your own house. That was unacceptable. And if I was in that church, I would have said something. Because that is crazy. Like, what is this? If kids are in the church, they're like, what is she talking about? What's a 3-time loser? What's 34 felonies? What does that have to do with God? I'm telling y'all now, like, this shit is crazy, man. Like, I just don't see how we could be up in the church and that pastor didn't cut her mic off, but you know why? Because she was in agreement. And that's quote unquote the spirit. We're not supposed to stop anybody else's message of bullshit. And that's my take on that. And again, you can have any type of feelings you want. I know y'all just gonna harp on it that it was about Trump. No, I said Biden too. What I love about the church that I go to, they don't get into politics. They don't mention politics. They don't even have a picture of Jesus on the wall. They have all the nation's flags. Because they don't want any of that, or what color is he, or this person doing this and this person doing that, and policies and all that stuff. They want to talk about the word. So, we'll be back after this next message, which
AJ'sRantRoom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. So head on over to AJ'sRantRoom.com and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
I will let you know that I have that AJ's Rant Room tote bag. That bag is, I take it on my trips. That's a good bag. When you don't want to, like, if you go on like overnight or 2-day stay, you don't want to pack a suitcase. I'm just shouting my boy out. That bag is phenomenal. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I know it's the 4th of July. I know y'all haven't eaten yet, did all that. And thank you to all the 58 people that's in here. Support me. 51 from X, 7 from YouTube. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Please enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Don't get in arguments over the races in the potato salad, or Just enjoy time with your families. Oh, and before I go, recently I lost a brother in blue with the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Brent Simpson, recently of the K9 unit, he unalived himself while on duty. And I say all that to say this: mental health is very important. Check on your people. Even if you send a text, you never know what a person is about to do before you send a text. Just checking up on them, just asking them how they doing, or sending a funny joke or something like that. Shout out, prayers to his wife, his kids, his family, the rest of the CMPD family, and everybody in law enforcement. When people don't know that the suicide rate among police officers is very, very, very high. And I know that it's a trend to hate on police and like when bad stuff happens to them and stuff like that. But you got to realize that the people that are out here doing the right thing, they have families, they have friends, they impact people, and police officers are the last line of defense. And we need to start really, really, really focusing on how we spend our time with our loved ones, because we never know. We just never know. We never know what they're going through. I'm all about jokes. I'm all about all that good stuff. But when it's time to be serious, and when it's time to help out people and to check on people and check on people's mental health, I think we should do that. It's not hard. It's not like you have to write a letter now to find out how people doing. You can just text them. Social media, whatever it is, you never know what just your couple of words will do to a person. And that's all I got to say. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your 4th of July. And we will be back next week. Oh, yeah. Make sure you check out Trifecta Hour is back. Trifecta Hour will be live tomorrow, 8 p.m. YouTube, X. Make sure y'all check it out. Rumble, all that good stuff. Make sure you go to the Trifecta page. And yes, the videos. I know I'm a little bit behind on the audio podcast of Real Time Prince Blue, but I'm going to upload them pretty soon. And thank everybody for listening to me. And please go enjoy the rest of your 4th and enjoy your day. And we are out.